This is July 6, 2000. I'm at EC0481, the Little Giant prospect. As you can see, there's an open adit here. Appears to go back in a ways. And also a pit in front. It's probably either a cave shaft or may just have been a deep pit here. Looks like it's, don't really see a vein right here, although there might have been one. Looks like some moderately to steeply dipping metasediments here, intruded by a few little granitic stringers. You can see that the Forest Service warning sign down here has been torn down and it's kind of lying there upside down. This is right behind the Mary Lee cabin, I believe it is, or Mary Reed cabin along Newsom Creek. Here's the little cabin right here. Newsom Creek Road is just beyond there. I think the bridge over little side tributaries right there. And there's a campground right beside the creek here. This isn't Newsom Creek. This is, I believe it might be Beaver Creek. In any case, it's obviously real close to tourist attraction here. You can see that there is a sign here that warns of the open pit. The X on the topo map shows there might be something up a little higher on the slope. I'm going to go up just to see what's up there. And I'll go over here and just briefly take a peek inside, see if I can get enough light to look in. Okay, this is looking inside, and you can see it does go back there quite a ways. Can't see if that's the end or not. That's probably a good 50, 60 feet back there that I'm looking. Standing open reasonably well, but see right here, this big block has a nice crack there, so it's something of a dangerous situation. See the large blocks that have already fallen down. In any case, unless I find something up above, that'll pretty well wrap the video up for the Little Giant. Now I'm looking down on the pit at the open adit. The open adit working is just below me here, just past this fallen tree. I look down, you can see Beaver Creek. It's just the other side of the little road there. Barely shows up just past that fallen tree. The tent I showed before is over there at the campsite. I'm probably, well, maybe 30 feet, 25 feet above the other adit, and I found the second working. This is probably the one that's actually shown on the topographic map. This is an adit. You can see the square portal railroad ties it looks like they used for the portal timbers, but it's really completely collapsed back in here. I think if I get in here, really I don't see any kind of an opening at all. Looks like it might be right there, but it doesn't. It's caved back in there. Just there is some old slough material in there. So this one at least is caved. I'll call this adit 2. I'll probably go on up the slope a little. Doesn't appear to be any other trails going up, but I'll go ahead and go up a little bit, see if I can't find another working. Isn't really much of a waste dump here. You can see this little mound of material that these sticks are on. It's only about probably 6 feet wide, 8 feet wide at the most. Goes down over the slope maybe 10 feet. Probably not more than 4 or 5 feet thick on the slope. It really starts right about here, so it only extends to there, so it's not much at all. Looking down through the trees, you can see my pickup kind of parked down in there. That's Newsom Creek Road just below me, going north off in that direction. Well, I'll go on up the slope, see if there's anything else up here. I've come a couple hundred feet north of Adit 2, looking down toward Newsom Creek off there in the distance. The road is actually right down at the base of the slope here. Might be able to pick it up a little bit through the trees down there. And there are actually a few more pits. Right here's one shallow little pit just above Adit 2, and to the north of it there's a shallow pit, a little trough cut in the slope, and then there's at least one or two other ones back through the trees here to the south, probably on the strike of this vein. So they've mostly just been prospecting for the vein. It doesn't look like they really excavated much material at all. Could easily be some more off through the trees here to the north, but I don't believe they're worth going to look for this time. I think those were probably the two main workings. So I'll look around a little more unless I find something else. Well, this will conclude the video for the Little Giant. Well, this is still the Little Giant. I did find something else that was worth a little video anyway. Again, looking down on Newsom Creek Road, some of the old dredge ponds kind of down here below me along the road. Newsom Creek is off on the other side of the meadow there. And I found what's probably a third adit. It's caved. You can see this little bit of material here that these big trees are growing on. Not a lot of material was excavated, but there is a notch here cut back into the slope. Goes back about probably 15-20 feet, kind of backing up the slope back up in here. Again, completely caved. The one reason I wanted to video this was there is down at the base of it here, along this slope, a water ditch that's been dug, and it extends off to the north back through here. It's hard to see this way. And I'll go back around to the south, and it goes clear around to Adit 2. It's a little bit sloughed over top of it right in this particular area right here, but I believe if I get out here you can see that it does continue on down around the hillside here. I'm really not very far from Adit 2. It's just around the point. Okay, well, I think that should pretty well conclude this property.